Don't ever think you're too good to do things that may be seen as embarrassing. Most people think they're too good to work a certain job like cleaning or serving or just an average paying job and would rather do nothing instead. Now, that is the reason why you have no money. You have too much of an ego, so you can't be seen doing certain things in your eyes. And that's why you also have no friends. Working in hotels, restaurants, being a delivery driver, security, they may not be what you want to do now, but they can benefit you and direct you onto the correct path. They may not be what you want to do forever, but they can help you develop the necessary skills that you need to have to pursue your goals. It can teach an awkward person how to work with a team, communicate with others, make efficient time in being organized, and develop your patience. Doing the embarrassing things does not make you a loser. Having nothing going on makes you a loser. If you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, in the space of the known and the unknown, we would be a tiny speck that would not even be able to be seen, just occasionally glistening from time to time to announce that we're still here, but still very much small and very much confused. The truth is, you will never actually know what to do throughout most of the instances in your life. You won't understand what the world wants from you or what it wants you to do, what role it wants you to play. And that can be painful because you feel like you're just a cog in a giant piece of machinery, or you're at the punchline of some cruel joke. You're part of something bigger than you, but you have no idea what it is. You have a role to play, but you are given no clarity. Instead, you just have to walk in blind. And because you're blind, you suffer a lot. And it's endless. It doesn't stop, and every time you try to make it better, it just becomes worse. There's no instruction manual on how to live life, which is why I say humans have only two things they can do: continuously try and try again, no matter how many times we get knocked down, and to have blind faith that this attempt will be the one that counts. Don't try to force things to happen. Sometimes you have to let them come to you naturally when you're in the right headspace. You can't force ideas, creativity, or authenticity. It just happens. I believe there's things you can do to help you get into that headspace, but you cannot force it to come to you. There's no need to rush. We all know what rushing can do. You can easily miss the details, make silly mistakes you wouldn't normally make. You'll stress yourself out by putting deadlines on yourself when there's no need. In this world, there are very few things that are within our control. In a lot of instances, there's nothing more we can do. So trying to rush is not going to do any good. Let me ask you, do you know the difference between a response and a reaction? A reaction is usually automatic. There's usually no prolonging thought process. What you believe comes to you in the moment that you see the stimulus. That is your reaction. Your reaction heavily relies on your emotions. If you lost your favorite necklace, your reaction may be that you feel sad. You don't take the time to think about how you should feel. Instead, you just feel it. A response is usually a conscious decision made after you've spent some time in consideration. You consider more factors than just your emotions. For example, does it make sense? Now, which one do you think is fast-paced and which one do you think is slower? Instead of always reacting, how about taking some time to form your response? It gives you the option to choose how you want to challenge something or someone. If you react, you might just end up falling into a trap. Slow everything down. Stop walking so fast. because you'll sweat uncomfortably. Stop talking so fast because you'll stutter and begin to jumble up your words. Calm down and collect yourself. Do everything with composure. Regress your pace and slow yourself down. You will have more control that way, and then gradually increase that pace as you grow, aligning with a standard that you can handle. Don't rush yourself. Do things your way and make that the only way to do them. We look up at the same stars and we see such different things. I don't 100% get it myself, but it's very rare that any of us ever see eye to eye.